This is a video on how to lower your 94 cord. This will work from 1990 to 1995. This video could apply to you, coupe or sedan. So, what I've gone and did, jacked this up, took a tire off. I'm getting ready to put some blocks underneath of it and show y'all the process on removing some things. So what you want to do, it's a 12mm bolt here, 12mm bolt here, this front passenger side, by the way. Take your brake line off and then take a bolt out right here for the bottom half of this fork, beat this down, then take a top out. At this point right here, stuff started going wrong. Usually you take your bolt out on the bottom, it's a 17mm on the bolt side and a 14mm on the other side, but I ended up having to cut it, and it was a pain in the ass because it was seized in the bushing and it broke the bushing. When I was taking it out, it stripped it, so I had to replace the lower control arm. Alright y'all, we're up here at my Acura CL, in which I'm going to be taking the motor and tranny out of and put my JDM motor and 5-speed tranny into. But the suspension components on this car is the same as the CD generation Accord. There's another interchangeability tip for you. So this is a low mileage car. The bushings are still good. The bolts, they're coming free. Everything's going good so far, and it's also free. So I'm getting this and going and putting it on my Accord, but I still got to finish cutting the bolt off of it and then take the control arm off of it too. If that would have happened on the other car, we would have drove it home and it had already been lowered. That suck. Look at that. You want to take this bolt out right here. This basically clamps a fork around the strut here. That's a 14mm. Then you want to take your hammer, in my case, definitely a hammer, and you want to knock it down. If that would have happened on my other car, we would have already been done. Then you want to pull it back a little bit. Okay, so you want to tilt it back and then come out like that. Alright, cool. So sit that right there. Now, I can get to these bolts right here, which are also 17. So your bottom ball joint bolt down here, don't forget that. Your bottom ball joint bolt is a 17. This is a 14. These are 17s right here, and this is a 12. Let me find that. Alright, looks like I'm just going to have to use a wrench. Damn queer. These don't be tighter than I knew it was gonna be tighter than hell, but ain't even got a hammer. Alright, you get it. So we got the two 12s, just like in the car, two 12mm wrenches on here. Be nice about a ratchet wrench. Thing about to come out. Hell yeah. Alright, y'all. As you can see, it's going south tonight. Look at that. It got the bolt loose, though. Alright, y'all, that sucked. We noticed each bolt tonight's taking 20 to 30 minutes. Twisted most of the way, then broke. I don't really care. Got that off. Now I need to get that this one bolt off, beat it down, hope it comes off, then go down there and fight every single one of the bolts off on my car too, only to go around to the other side and it probably be the same. Hope not though. Alrighty. I took this bolt out here. Thankfully I didn't have 1,000 pounds of torque on it. So now I'm gonna beat this down and hope it comes off the ball joint. I got the stiffening bushing out, as you can see, still smoking. Bolt broke. I had to take a grinder to it also, so I guess I'm almost there. Alright y'all, got a nice little set of max speeding rods here. People talk on these, but this will be my 4th set that I've owned, and I haven't had any problems with them ever since then. And I don't care about ride quality because I just slap the springs and max it out anyway. So we're gonna take a bracket here, brake line bracket, make sure I got it right. That's for the other side. This one feels a little bent. It is a little bent. Y'all see that on the camera? Came out the box. Yeah, you're in freshly lowered. Currently going 0 miles per hour. Here, let me adjust this sweet tea can right here so you guys can hear the poor man's two-step. Hear that two-step right there? Alright. Putting these things up in here. Hold it with one hand. Hell yeah. Alright, time for the fork. Let me make sure I have the bolt for it. This should be a 14 millimeter, this bolt. I didn't read the socket. Let's see. I wonder if I can fit this big old Haas rig in there. That's a content. Gotta get this bottom bolt in. Hell yeah, y'all. Alright, y'all, we're about to sit her on the ground. See the old wheel gap reveal. Hell yeah.
Hell, where's your car at? Oh, geez, probably that low.
Hell yeah. I need jacket back up, put another board underneath
way
it.
longer than it should have, just because that one side being a pain in the ass. It should have been about a 3-hour job for the whole car, but stuff ended up going south. In this video that you're seeing here, this is the next day. We started at about 8, and I am now doing the rear. This also took all night and most of the next day because stuff went really bad on the passenger side again.
So after you pop his top plastic out, grab his side plastic and just work it back and forth. Then you'll have enough room to get in right here. Then you just move your carpet out of the way, like that. Then now you can get to it, so I need to do that to the other side. After you do that, you can kind of maneuver everything out of the way. I just took a plastic clear off this side, see? Pretty good access. You can sit right here if you have a 2-door. But I'm gonna go to the bottom, take off the bottom bolt first, then come up here. Here's some great wisdom about this. Your bolt for this, how the nut is welded onto the factory strut, you take this nut. This is a top hat nut off of a front coilover, the front factory strut. So that's what you use for the nut on this. So I'm getting that, and as you'll see, I put it through on the bottom. What I'm gonna do is let the jack down slowly, have this jack stand here, it'll push it right up into there, then I'll go put the nuts in on the top. Alright y'all, it's about 10:45 p.m. right now. This morning, went home, went to sleep. Before we went home, I was down here taking that bolt out, bam, snapped right inside of that bushing. So I've been drilling that out for about the past 4 hours. You can see all the shavings. And yeah, it was all going smooth. This is literally the last corner. You know, it would have been a 20-minute job if I would have been a little easier with the ratchet and the bolt would have came out and I would have held the torch on it. But we ain't gonna talk about that. So I got to drill that out. So this side's probably going to take 8 hours. That took 8 hours. So this passenger side's being a prick. But the driver's side, I got about 45 minutes in the whole driver's side. So that sucks. Really does suck. So we're going to hit up the old Mickey D's right now and come back, continue drilling this out. This sucks. It is currently 8 o'clock in the morning. Have not went to sleep yet. Still got to drill through it. Been drilling all night. And yeah, I'm going to get this car working.
So don't get discouraged by the fact that every bolt was seized for me and I had to take 2 days to cut them all off, but it was just a long process for his car. Had bad luck.